Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Outdoors with MSA. This is episode 20, brought to you by Foxtrot Ammo. Oh, let me get the logo off Foxtrot Ammo. How we doing today, Anthony?
I'm living a dream, man.
Good, good.
Living a dream. Hiding from my kids in their bedroom.
Understand.
How much does that make? 5 kids. You gotta hide somewhere.
That's the great thing about the green screen, right? I could be sitting in the bathroom on the toilet, and you guys would never know as long as I had that up behind me. But
I had a green screen. I'd do.
Right. So hunting season's on us, man. We've been out. We did a quick little 5-minute video the other day, a little tailgate confessional. I think it went pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm still waking up here, so forgive me.
Yeah. For those of you that didn't see it, me and Anthony went out last Saturday. Was it Saturday that we went out and did the tailgate? Yeah, Saturday. We went out Saturday. I saw 2 bucks. He got busted by something. Not exactly sure what he had seen. We went back out Tuesday?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was it Tuesday we went back out to the same spot?
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah. So Tuesday we go back out to the same spot. Anthony sees deer. I'll let him explain what he saw. I didn't see anything. I tried to set up where those bucks had went previously, thinking that, even if they don't use the same trail, maybe another deer would use that same trail. Nothing happened. But tell everybody what you saw. You had a pretty eventful morning.
Yeah, saw 4 does. Saw 1 buck. He had 4 points on one side, no eye guard, and it looked like he had a spike with an eye guard on the right side of him. So just out of range, 45, 50 yards. I don't feel comfortable shooting that far. Even though I'm using a crossbow, my groupings are just not that good. So 40 yards is my max, and that was 45, 50 yards. I probably could have took a chance on it, but man, I've been bow hunting, archery hunting 9 years now. I've only shot 1 deer, and I've lost 2. So I didn't feel like taking a chance and having that happen. So buck came in first. Does came in from a different direction. Both ended up downwind, never busted me. Camo dust up and rock and roll, man.
Cool. Before we get into what the chapter
if he would have came in, 10 yards.
If I would have what?
Yeah, absolutely. If he would have came in 10 yards closer, I'd have busted him. Or one of the does. The does were really like 60 yards away.
Yeah, that's the thing with bow hunting. When you're setting up in the dark, unless you know where you're going, 10 yards makes everything. If you
absolutely.
10 yards to your
where I set up, it was perfect.
Yeah.
Where I set up, it was perfect. My max is 35-40. 35-40 is what I had.
All right, let's run through the sponsors. Appalachian Custom Calls. Sorry, guys. There's a slight delay between me and Anthony, so neither one of us really for sure knows when to speak until the other one. Anthony, I'll let you take the sponsors.
Appalachian Custom Calls, vet-owned company out of East Tennessee. Super good people. And they're blue-collar affordable. They're not going to be a $140 pot call. They're going to be affordable, $40. And they're the best out there. I've been running with them for 4 years now. Cousins Rookham Juice, synthetic scent, great mock scrape, veteran and first responder discount. Make sure you check them out. OldIndianTricksLLC.com. His mock scrape scents and doe and heat scents work year round. We've been running them since June. had deer on them all the time. We've even got cameras to pull on public land here in the next couple days that we've got muck scrapes set up on. Camo dust. Hey, that stuff works, man. Every deer I've seen this year, for whatever reason, has been downwind of me. What I love about camo dust is that it's a powder form. You know, it's a scent eliminator. It works, and I'm not freezing my butt off when it gets really cold, spraying myself with a liquid cover scent. This stuff works. Go to www.camodust.com to get yours today. VIP Broadheads, veteran-owned company out of Texas. Super good guy. We did our first video podcast with him. He's got some amazing stuff coming out. This coming at the ATA show in January. Broadheads are lethal. Go to VIP or veteranip.com to get your broadheads for this coming archery season. Hey, if you're looking for a good brand company to get behind, The Reason is a vet-owned company here out of Tennessee. Super good guy. Has great shows on YouTube. Check out Jason, you know, super good guy.
And then, of course, our main one now, Foxtrot Ammo. Dude, for those that didn't get to watch the little truck bed confessionals on Tuesday, you dropped some big news as far as the organization goes.
Yeah. So Foxtrot Ammo is going to be our primary sponsor for our 2022 Turkey Slam. Through them, we're going to be able to purchase cameras for all of our chapters. And so we'll be able to start doing video hunting content and fishing content through each chapter that you guys will be able to see weekly. And to tell the stories of each veteran and first responder that goes, I feel like that's going to put us in another area. You know, you're going to get to see, you know, each veteran or first responder, hear their stories of their traumatic times or how hunting and fishing has helped them through marriage or through faith in God or, you know, just fellowship and brotherhood, which is what we're all about.
Yeah, and just a huge shout out to Foxtrot. Bryce over there is great. Speaking of, you just said the chapters getting cameras. The chapters are starting to take off, man. They did some hunts. I'm gonna pull up this first one.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us about that one, Anthony? What happened there?
I'm not seeing a photo, man.
Oh, it's the one.
Oh, there it is. All right, so that's the Tails of Wagon. Yeah, so that's the Tails of Wagon pheasant hunt that the Michigan chapter participated in. You see Ian, our Michigan chapter captain, you know, with one of his good dogs. So basically, this was a 3-day event where hundreds of veterans and first responders showed up to a great place in Michigan. And they do from Friday to Monday. So it's actually, they set up Friday, so it's a Saturday to Monday hunt. There's so many volunteers. I think we're going to try to be one of the big sponsors next year for this event. Massive event out of Michigan.
Keep it up, Ian. You're doing a good job up there, bud. And then you had this one out of Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Dude's hitting home run every time.
I like that banner.
Oh, so Massachusetts chapter, they did a duck hunt with one of our good friends, Ray Lazou, from he's one of our major turkey hunting outfitters. He's a Marine vet, super good guy, crazy dude. Yeah, I love their banner too, man. I think it's good colors. I was really hoping they would go with you know, the Patriots colors, but hey, they won in Boston Bruins. That's cool with me.
if we ever get a chapter in PA, I'm sure they'll have to fight over it or swap a hunt to get the colors, or they'll figure it out. Speaking of all these chapters and all this work, I feel like a lot of times during these podcasts, me and you forget to talk about what MSA actually is. The people who never watch this, like they're like, it's just these two dudes talking about the adventures they go on. Me and you don't get any of these great hunts that we're offering to the vets. Me and you were going to hunt public land. I think we're going out Saturday to hunt public land again here in Tennessee. Everything that we get. It's not for us. We're just on the board. We're here to promote and get more sponsors to help get more vets out. The whole thing is Military Sportsmen of America. We created it to get people out of the house, out of the depression, and meet new people and make some new memories.
Yep.
You got anything on that? I know there's a little bit of a delay between me and you.
I mean, you know, when I came home from Iraq, you came home from Afghanistan, you know, hunting helped you. Hunting helped me. Fishing did. It's just being back with nature and not just that, you know, I've got to reach out to friends that I was deployed with, you know, where I was stationed with. It brought us closer together. Ian, and me and him was in the same unit. We didn't deploy together, but him running our Michigan chapter allowed us to have a great relationship, you know, outside of being in the Marine Corps. And I'm super thankful for it, man. It's just a great way to reach back out to your old battle buddies, as the Army would say it, or, you know, just brothers in the Marine Corps, Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and cops, you know, EMTs, firefighters. They need help too. I mean, if you look at the first responder community, they are hit so hard right now, man. It's unreal the stuff that they have to go through. And I thought we as veterans had it bad, you know, not nearly as bad as the people in Vietnam, but the first responder,
because they really paved the way for us.
Yeah.
So just huge shout out to them. You know, you're not forgotten. We love you, and you know, I know a lot of you Vietnam vets don't have a Facebook, but if you know a Vietnam vet that doesn't have a Facebook but would like to get out, and maybe he's not as mobile as he once was, get with us. We have ways of getting people out who aren't as mobile as they used to be, and we can still get them out and still make some good memories.
We've taken several Vietnam vets fishing. So.
Yeah.
Love them, man.
And we have a trip coming up.
I
don't know.
Yeah. So this is the Tennessee chapter. Jonathan Schnepp posted this yesterday, day before. So if you're a vet in Mississippi, active duty, or if you're a vet in Tennessee or somewhere close to Mississippi and you're interested in going on this hunt, go to our Facebook group. You can see it up there at the top of the picture, Military Sportsmen of America, and comment the keyword Magnolia State. Not just that. That's our website, but not just that. You know, I posted a duck hunt last week out of Arkansas, Fair Oaks, for December 4th and 5th, or 4th, 5th, and 6th, something like that. License, meals, lodging provided, shells are provided. All you got to do is join our Facebook group if you're a veteran, active duty, or disabled vet, and comment them keywords. Put your name in the drawings for them, man. Yeah, or first responder. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we made this group before the board originally voted on first responders being taken out. Looking back, maybe we would have named it something different other than military sportsmen, because that, you know, but we encompass a lot of things. And you know, even if you're not a big hunter, we still offer the kayaking trips, the golfing trips. There's a lot of different things we do other than just going to the woods or the pond or lake, ocean. So just if you know
Yeah.
that,
I
get
mean,
them in.
a chance
First
to go to a
responder.
sporting event.
Yeah, sporting events. We did a couple baseball games.
Concerts. Yeah. Did a couple football games last year. Did some hockey games. Concerts. I mean, we do it all.
Yeah. So let's transition over into our oh, he's gone. I don't know what happened there. We were going to transition into sports talk next. I'll do my best to talk about it while he's trying to get back in. Yeah. So while he's getting in, we were going to talk about sports. You know, the NFL and college football. It's been a crazy year. I know we got Alabama, Ole Miss coming up this year. That's going to be an interesting, or this week, not year, this week. A lot of people are interested in that one. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. He's coming back in. Oh, wait a second. And there he is.
I don't know what happened, man. I have no clue. My internet sucks, dude. I can't figure out what the hell's going on.
Guy Heard just sent you a pic of him and Marlon. So you can. How's it going, Dan? How you doing, bud? You know, Dan, since you're watching, I'll give you this public credit. Not that you need it, because you're pretty confident in your own knowledge. Every tip you have given me so far this year, dude, home run. Knocked it out of the park, man. Every time I've listened to what you said, seen deer. Whenever I went with my old gut instinct of I got to be in the woods before dark or before the sun comes up, I didn't see anything. But followed the tips, and man, you killed it. You're doing great. I appreciate all the help you've given us. Anthony is having a lot of technical difficulties today. I don't know what's going on with his, but we're also we're trying to get more first responders in. I know we were trying to touch on that earlier, but seriously, if you know a first responder, get them in our Facebook group so we can get them out as well. They don't get enough. They don't have a lot of organizations doing this stuff for them as the vets do. And we'd like to also help them out. And yeah, Dan, that pin drop was dead on, man. I walked right to where you dropped the pin, and there was rubs and scrapes. It was, I couldn't have. I wouldn't have found that spot. I wasn't even looking for that type of terrain when I was out there. If I still had the picture, I would show it on here, but it's on the phone. Later on, we're going to bring in Jimbo Reese from Bowhunters of America as our guest and talk to him for a bit. And that we're going to kind of talk about the state of bow hunting as far as, you know, what's killing the bow hunting industry and where it's heading. Hey, buddy. Welcome back.
I don't know what the hell's going on. Let's talk college football, man. I'm ready to talk football, dude.
Okay.
Big marquee games coming. Massive marquee games. We got tomorrow, we got Iowa and Maryland. Iowa undefeated. Maryland undefeated. Iowa with a killer defense. Maryland with a killer offense. Who's going to win that one? Is Tua's brother going to lead Maryland to 6-0? Or is Iowa's lackluster offense with a killer defense going to shut down the Terrapins and remain in the top 5?
Well, I was just doing,
I think Iowa.
You know, what was successful throughout the history of football. Play good defense, run the ball.
Yeah.
If you can do those two things, you'll win a lot of your games. If you can play good defense and run the ball, you will most likely.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's
another big matchup? Arkansas. Yep, Alabama, Ole Miss. Both teams are undefeated. It's going to be 2 Heisman candidates. One's a redshirt freshman. Then you got Matt Carroll, who's leading the Heisman, candidacy right now. I think this is the first of 2 games Alabama's going to lose in the regular season. I think Matt Carroll throws for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I think Alabama's Bryce Young throws for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception to lose to Ole Miss. Alabama's defense. It's not that I don't like Alabama. I'll give Alabama the credit that's due. It's just, if you look at Alabama's defense, they are giving up the big play in the air and 5.5 yards per carry on the ground. Ole Miss's defense is not a top 10 defense, but it's a bend don't break type defense, and I think that it'll be a high scoring shootout, but Ole Miss will win.
Yeah,
it's just my opinion. I'm probably going to be wrong. Alabama might win by 40 points.
I think Alabama wins just because it's Alabama, and we all want them to lose, so they'll win.
Then you got Georgia and Arkansas.
That's going to be a good game.
This is the game that I've been talking about all summer that Georgia has potential to lose. I'm a Bulldog fan, and this game worries me because Arkansas can run. We have a top defense, but we've not played a team with an offense that's inside the top 100. Every team that we've played has been outside the top 100 as far as offensive goes. Arkansas is a top 20 offense. They have an okay defense, but they returned 21 to 22 players, and I think that is where it's key. They're going to run the ball. We know what they're going to do. I think Georgia, this game could go one of 2 ways. Arkansas wins 37-34, or Georgia blows them out of the water. We receive back Washington and Smith, so that'll help us both offensively and defensively. And then you got Notre Dame against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's trying to get inside that top 5. I think Notre Dame is overrated. Played too many close games. I think Cincy wins this one, man.
Yeah. I always think Notre Dame's overrated.
Right.
I mean, they've looked good this year, better than I thought they would.
I agree. So we'll see, man. Is this the?
Are you going to invite?
Is this the weekend that? Well, I'm trying to, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't get his damn. Can't get the damn shit to work, dude. This is my first time getting on here using this. So. He never did send me his email, so trying to do it. Not through his messenger.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd be on about 10:30, so yeah, I'm excited for this guy. He runs the major bow hunting group on Facebook. It's over 200,000 people. I think that I'm really surprised that they have not turned it into a nonprofit to be an ambassador for bow hunting across the country. There's not one that I know of. So I'm gonna run through the sponsors. Why I try to get this guy going.
Yeah, let's run back to the sponsors.
Send me the code.
Send you the code? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You got Appalachian Custom Calls.
Did you freeze news on me?
No, I'm here. Appalachian Custom Calls. Like I said, great custom call company out of East Tennessee, vet-owned company. He makes mouth calls, pot calls, and now grunt calls. Super good guy named Jonathan Scholl. You can go to their Facebook page, Appalachian Custom Calls. Yeah, there's also a vet discount. The code, not the link to join. Or I guess that would work. But let's move to the next one. Yeah, Cousin's Rookham Juice by Old Indian Tricks LLC. Dan DeWitt, he's been on here commenting all morning. You guys have seen him. His stuff works, man. It need. But anyways, great box scrapes. You can put them out during deer season and run them all.
Hey, you see that at the bottom?
Yeah, now they're taking pro staff. So if you're one of them top people that like to pro staff and represent different companies in the outdoor industry, Dan DeWitt is leading a great company. I mean, you're really going to enjoy using their stuff.
And you're going to learn a lot. Like if you think for a second you know everything, you know nothing. Just take some advice from other people, and Dan is a great person to take advice from.
Yeah, I agree. There's got to be a way I can share a link here. Oh. Camo Dust.
You got it.
Yeah. Camo Dust. Super good people. The stuff works. You know, like I said, all the deer have come downwind on me. Not one of them has smelled me. And, hey, man, I mean, if it wasn't for them, I would have never even seen the 6 deer that I've seen, 7, 8 deer that I've seen already this year. So, saw 2 in velvet and saw 5, 6 on public land. So, I mean, if it wasn't for Camo Dust and Cousin's Rookham Juice, there's no way that I would have seen them deer. Them deer came in on all the mock scrapes that I've set up from the downwind side. VIP Products, vet-owned company out of Texas. Mr. Matt, we're going to be interviewing him at the ATA show, introducing 3 new broadheads. He's got a killer 2-blade right now, got a killer 4-blade, cut on contact mechanicals. You know, regardless, you're going to get that 1.5-inch cut. The broadhead was to somehow not open, and when it does open, you're going to get over an 1.5-inch cut. The reason. Great brand company. If you're looking for a good brand to get out there and hunt with this year, or just follow on YouTube or Instagram, The Reason is the one to get behind. Vet company, super good people. And like everything else here at MSA, you know, we back and sponsor vet-owned companies. From our shirts, our hats, everything we do is through vets, man.
I didn't know if that's what you were looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got one more, right? Foxtrot.
Ammo. I don't
know
have
why
the
we
picture.
don't have. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the picture up here yet. We'll
get
that
FoxtrotAmmunition.com. FoxtrotAmmunition.com. Super good people. And they're our primary sponsor for the 2022 Turkey Slam, which makes absolute sense. It's not just turkey hunting shells that they provide, though. If you want to kill coyotes, ducks, geese, or if you feel like being in your neighbor's house, shooting an intruder in your house from behind your neighbor's fridge, get Foxtrot ammo. Great TSS shells.
Yeah. Do you need me to help you with this invite button?
I sent it to him.
Okay.
It just took me a minute. I'm so damn bald, dude, that it shines. So
we have.
sorry.
I don't know if you really wanted to mention this yet because it's coming up, but I'm gonna bring it up because I'm too damn excited about it. The deer camp.
Right. Oh, dude. Well, I'm hoping Dan DeWitt will come with us. I think that having Dan down there is one of our sponsors, but also hunting Tennessee land. I mean, he's from Louisiana. He done spent that money on a non-resident license. Come up here and shoot some deer with us. Our rut, you're really going to see a majority of your chasing that first week of November, second maybe. And it's going to be insane. So there's going to be 15 of us camping on a piece of private land in southern middle Tennessee. And we're going to be hunting public land. And hopefully we'll have a bunch of deer photos. Maybe we'll have a camera by then, and we can go around and tell these vets stories, maybe even videotape one of their hunts. I ain't bow hunting during muzzleloader. Heck no, son.
That's
I'm a
me,
shoot
Dan.
4 deer in one day.
I'm the one that bow hunts during muzzleloader. I refuse to buy one. What is it, like a 2-week season in Tennessee? Hey Jimbo, how you doing?
How you guys doing?
Yes.
Good.
Nice.
I'm good, Mr. Jimbo. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Jimbo Reese.
I was working on some hunting property, so I drove home because I needed internet.
Yes. Just to answer a question real quick. Yes, Dan, you can bow hunt.
Yeah.
You can bow hunt the whole rifle, everything. Sorry, Jimbo. Go ahead.
No, you're all right, buddy. It's just.
Anyways, as we were saying before Jimbo got in,
I'm going to turn up my volume here.
Yes, sir.
I'm a union sheet metal worker. I'm hard of hearing. I think we're good. Got a little allergies.
So Jimbo, tell us a little bit. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Bowhunters of America, man.
It's a train wreck.
You've never watched our podcast. You don't know what a train wreck is.
Well, I hope you guys don't mind. I just walked in. I'm going to sip a beer because this is just a test run, right?
No, we're live.
Yeah, no, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Okay, no. So, I started Bowhunters of America in September 2014.
You're
I
good.
couldn't hear you.
You can drink your beer if you want.
I started Bowhunters in 2014. I was tossed off of a very large archery group as an admin, and it kind of made me mad. So I came home and I said, nobody's ever going to throw me off again. And they had some rules that I didn't agree with anyway. I think that everybody should be included in any kind of hunting page, whether or not they hunt with a crossbow or rifle. I don't care. You know, it's not for me to judge anybody for how they hunt, what they choose to kill. You know, yeah.
As long as it's legal.
Long as it's legal, it's allowed. And I get a lot of flack for even allowing, even guys posting a high fence, which you probably saw in the group today. And we get a lot of flack for even allowing that. But you know what? It's not my choice whether or not I agree or disagree. If it's legal, I'm going to allow it. You know, we don't want gun discussions. But if you harvest an animal with a rifle, man, post it up. We love to see it. We love to see anybody in the outdoors enjoying themselves. And it's not for me to judge how you do it, where you do it, with what weapon you use it with. That's not my place to judge. You know, a lot of people have an issue with people killing small deer. I don't kill small deer anymore, but when I started out, I shot everything that moved. You know, and my buddy told me, he said, shoot at every deer you can because it's going to teach you what you can and can't get away with when a mature animal comes in. Okay, so I use that, and I shot a lot of deer, a lot of small deer, a lot of young deer. You know, so who am I to judge somebody else for doing the same thing for how they choose to hunt? I'd be a hypocrite. You know, and I really try not to be a hypocrite to anybody, and it's just, you know, it is what it is. So I started that group. And we had a bunch of rules set in place. You know, no cursing is a big one. There's words at the bottom of the list that we'll mute for, but worse words, you know, it's just going to get you tossed out the door. And the reason for that is not that I don't curse. It's the fact that it's not our job on social media to teach little kids that follow our group after they kill their first deer and want to see all the comments and everything. It's not our job as adults on social media to teach somebody else's children what these curse words are, right? That's up to their parents and their parents alone. And I don't care if they cuss, whatever, just don't do it on my group, you know? You know, everybody says that I'm infringing on their First Amendment rights because I don't allow cursing and blah, 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 blah. And, but I'm a firm believer that it's not our place to teach these kids some of these phrases, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's completely understandable. And one, it's your page. You created it. If you don't want people to cuss on there, it's kind of like a restaurant, right? Like, hey, no shoes, no shirt.
Well, you know, freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequence.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not going to go into a plane and yell that you have a bomb. There's going to be consequences for that. You're not going to go into a courtroom and curse at a judge and tell him exactly what you think of him. There's consequences for that. The consequences of not following our rules is your removal or a mute. I mean, it's as simple as that. You know, we're a private group. You chose to adhere to the rules when you joined, okay? And if you can't adhere to those rules, then there's consequences for that. It's nothing about freedom of speech, or I don't want you cussing. I don't care if you curse or not. I just try to keep it very clean. And the way that we've structured our rules, I think, is one of the reasons that we've grown to what we have, because we don't allow people to curse and we don't allow people to talk trash to others about how they hunt or what they use or the size of deer they kill. I don't care if you kill a spotted deer. You're going to get a congratulations out of me. Would I kill a spotted deer? No. Okay. But it's not my hunt. It's not my tag, right? People are out there enjoying the outdoors, and we got to be supportive of whatever they choose to do, because this is America. You have the right to choose. You know, I didn't buy your tag. You know, if you're coming out to my hunt, my property to hunt, if you've been a hunter for a while, I'm going to ask you, don't kill an immature deer. If you're a kid or a veteran, you kill whatever the heck you want to, you know, and all you're going to get from me is a congratulations, you know. So, by the way, my mom just killed a bucket list item on Sunday. 324-pound black bear in Arkansas with her crossbow in a ground blind.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
I wasn't even there. So she killed a loser. He's got a big head, great bear. That was one of her bucket list things. So my buddy Bill Collins made that happen for her. But a 324-pound sow is not a small bear. You know, that's a big bear. And I don't know if you guys are hunters at all, you know, but you know,
I used to until I got tired of dragging them out.
Well, we thank God for four-wheelers and a sled, you know.
See, I'm from North Carolina, Jimbo, and we used to go to the Great Dismal
you got bear there. Oh, yeah.
We'd go out to the Great Dismal Swamp, and we'd hunt them out of boats. Like, you know, you get them through these little marshlands. Man, if you don't step on the right roots, you're up to your knee. Dragging a 300-pound bear through that, man, I'm good. I'm over that life.
Yeah. Well, thank God we were able to get a four-wheeler down there and get that sled going, but it took some, you know, some saplings were definitely knocked over, but it was a good time. She had a great hunt. She was in tears. You know, she always wanted to kill a black bear, so we got it done for her. And
that's what it's about. The memory, right? And like you said with the spotted deer, dude, if your first deer is a spotted deer, this isn't a PP measuring contest.
Well, you know, a lot of people on social media believe that it is. Okay. And a lot of these guys will say things on social media that they would never say to your face.
Oh, the internet has made a lot of really tough people.
And I can tell you that I just don't put up with that at all. And I'm not a prude. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. I just believe that if you don't have anything decent to say, there's a very powerful tool when you come across a post that you don't like. It's called scrolling. It's amazing how it works, you know, but some people cannot help themselves. They've got to judge, they've got to talk their little smack, and they've got to say things to kids or veterans that they would never say to somebody's face, you know, because if they did, you know, chances are they might need a dentist. I don't want to get too vulgar, but a lot of people will say things on the internet that they would never say to somebody in their face. Now, I can tell you that if my kid or a veteran or my grandkid shot a deer and somebody were to actually approach me face to face and then question me about how dare I let him kill that little deer, well then, you know, let's just say that, you know, things might happen, right? But
So I got a question, Jim.
Yeah.
You know, what's one of the major things that is killing the archery industry today? To me, I feel like it's bows, and I feel like it's people putting down people who hunt with crossbows or people with crossbows hunting down. Yeah.
The jerks on social media is what kills archery. And let me explain why, okay? Again, we're going back to the bashing and trashing, right? Okay. You get people that are excited about killing their first deer or a little spike or something like that. And then they get trashed on social media. Okay. That makes that person not want to go hunt. It makes them not want to enjoy the outdoors. It certainly makes them not want to post and share their memory. Okay. Now, granted, I've got a huge hunting group and I do my best to make sure that everybody's included, which is why I don't allow those people to talk like that to others, because I want everybody to be included. Right. But the biggest thing that's hurting us about sharing memories is social media. Okay. I believe that is what's killing archers. We are our own worst enemies. We attack each other more than PETA. Okay. We are worse to each other than PETA has ever been to us, because we're a bunch of judgmental jerks, you know, and everybody thinks that you need to hunt the way that I hunt. And if you don't, you're wrong. Now, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to just encourage people to go to the outdoors, let them enjoy and make those memories the way, however they want to make them. And I don't care if it's high fence, low fence, bait, no bait, crossbow, rifle, Atlanta, I don't care, spear, but it's not our business to judge these people. And that's what's hurting our industry right now. That's what's hurting getting new archers into the woods, is they're afraid because you're not going to live up to somebody else's standards, that it discourages them.
And here's my thing with
you know, so if you want to ask,
here's my thing with high fence, right? You pay so much money to go and do it. Why not that? That's probably a dude who saved, if they're not a doctor or a lawyer or whatever, that's a dude who saved for years to get the money to go do that high fence hunt.
Imagine
to kill something that's not in his area.
Yeah, imagine how many seasons he sacrificed to build that wealth to be able to do that. We got a guy in our group named Bowhunter Sanchez. He does a lot of high fence. He does a lot of African hunts. I mean, apparently he's got the means to do something like that again and again. But I wonder how much work he had to put in to gain that kind of income that he could afford to do that, and how much he sacrificed, how many seasons he sacrificed to build that up. That's not for me to say, hey, you know what, why don't you just go kill a farm animal? You know what? If I buy a cow, I'm going to go shoot it with a bow. Okay? My cow, right?
My cow.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, people don't understand, you know, people are allowed to make their memories however they choose. And this guy, Bowhunter Sanchez, actually, he's on our group. He actually gave away a nil guide free range hunt to one of our members. He did a little giveaway and took him on a hunt. So this is a guy that gives back. Okay.
Yeah.
For somebody that showed him kindness and respect, and he did a little research on this guy, and he you know, looked up posts that he commented on, and his search button is a powerful tool, but he chose this guy to go on a hunt, and the guy killed 2 of them. You know, so don't judge this guy. You're the one talking crap about this guy. What have you given back?
You know what?
Yeah.
Shout out
What have you
Bowhunters
done for
of
kids
America.
and veterans?
Just good job making memories, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah. So, like I said, it's not my place to judge anybody. If I did, I'd be a hypocrite because I've killed small deer. I've killed some decent deer. In fact, I'll just show you a few.
Oh yeah.
There's my bear back there. We've killed some decent deer here, and they're not enormous, but they're all memories. You know what I mean? We've got I think 17 bucks on the wall and 4 bears, so it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Maybe we need to send the vet out there to hunt with you.
Come on.
Yeah.
You guys come to Oklahoma anytime you want.
No,
I can't say you're going to kill some big old bruiser, but I can tell you, I'm pretty sure I could put you in front of a deer, some with some brown fur.
I'm good in Oklahoma. I can't do that anymore.
You can't do what?
Oklahoma. I'm so sorry. A lot of bad memories in Oklahoma. I was at Fort Sill.
Like Oklahoma?
I was in Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and that ruined Oklahoma experience for me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So you served at Fort Sill?
For a little bit. That's where I did a lot of my training.
Well, thank you for your service, by the way.
Oh, no problem. Like I tell most people, I didn't really do it for you, as mean as weird as that sounds. I had no other options. I wasn't going to college. I wasn't doing a trade. It was all I had.
Yeah, I tried to sign up for a Desert Shield. Yeah, I think in 91 or something like that. And because I was born club-footed, my feet were basically upside down and rolled under. So I had multiple surgeries on my feet. I didn't learn to walk till I was 6 or 7. And the military told me, you'll never make it through basic training with those feet. So I choose to serve in other ways by, supporting the veterans and taking veterans hunting and shit. We took last year at the same place my mom killed that bear. I took 100% blind combat veteran out there hunting, and he took a crossbow, and so he was just sitting there. 100% blind. Cannot see anything. And this guy will go through the woods with the best of them. And a buck comes in about 20 minutes later, and I leaned over and sighted it in for him and said, "All right, man, squeeze it. You got a buck in front of you." And he just leaned over and squeezed that trigger. And it's pretty cool watching a 100% blind veteran go through the woods with a cane looking for his deer. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
That is how I choose to serve.
Yeah.
And we appreciate
things like that are just important. He'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. Bill will never forget it. And like I said, it's all about memories, and it's all about showing the love for hunting. And everybody else can just go away. I got 20,000 people on my ban list on my group.
Wow, that's insane.
Wow.
That's more than a lot of people have on their group, but I'm just not going to put up with hate. I'm not going to put up with the guys that think they're at somebody else's expense.
Yeah. Have you thought about taking Bowhunters of America further than just a Facebook group? There's not really any ambassador into the bow hunting area. I think your group would be a great starting point.
I've considered it. I just don't have the knowledge or the education to really understand how I could do it or the means. I'm a construction worker, and I've been out of work for a couple of months now because it just dried up. So that's why I'm out there brush hogging, trying to make some extra money, but I've been offered to sell the group to people, even some famous people. And I haven't. Number one, the money hasn't been right because the hours that I've put in, it's like, well, that would be a lot of money. You're $2,500 to do it, but, I just don't know the steps and don't really have the means. I think it's possible. I'm just not ready to make that leap. Normally, I'm just so busy at work that I haven't done it,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable. Now, if we stick on after this, we can talk a little bit more about that. So, have you done any traditional bow hunting at all?
We have a traditional bow hunt here in Oklahoma at McAllister Ammunition Plant, and I've gone there times. And granted, I'm not the best with a recurve or longbow or anything like that, but I have been on a couple of hunts. I just haven't put in the time and effort to be very proficient at it. It was a good time. I had a deer 20 yards. I did not shoot. It was a decent buck, but unless he's going to be right in front of me, I didn't feel comfortable taking a shot, because I'm just not very good at it. So I just chose not to shoot that buck. And he was probably 130, 135 inch 10 point. And
that comes with time. Because
I let him walk by because I knew at that 20 yards, the way I was with the recurve and the practice that I had put in at that point, I wasn't efficient enough, and I would rather not take a shot than wound an animal. So he lived.
And that's a skill that most people learn over time, because you get the new hunters in, and this, no knock on you, you're learning, but you got to know when to pick your shot, and that's huge. Like Anthony on Tuesday could have shot at a buck, did not take the shot because he did not have 100% faith that it would have been a good shot placement. And it's just a skill you get with time.
It's called ethics. Our job as hunters is to put that animal down with 100% confidence that that animal is not going to suffer or suffer very, very little. Okay. We all know that death can be ugly, right? We all know that it can be bloody and death can be painful. However, it's our job to try to make sure that all three of those components go as easy on that animal as possible, right? If you're throwing Hail Marys at a deer, I didn't have a good shot, so I just took the shot I had. I mean, these animals deserve better. These animals are beautiful creatures. They deserve respect, and they deserve a little bit of empathy, and they deserve a very quick, clean death, as quick as you can give them. And by all means, if you don't kill it on your first arrow and you walk up to it, that is not the time to pull your phone out on a live animal.
No.
Nope.
And I've seen 100 times on the group, people walk up to a thrashing buck because he got spined or something like that, and they decide to pull out a camera instead of their bow. And I will never understand that. And I don't care what animal it is. I don't care if it's a coyote, hog. They all deserve the best that we can give them. These are creatures that are supplied to us to hunt, to eat, to manage. And every creature on this earth, if we're going to kill them, deserves a quick, clean death as best as we can give it.
Now,
and I don't care what it is.
My dad told me when I killed my first deer, we walked up to it and he looked at me and said, "Do you feel anything?" And, I was probably 8, 7, maybe. I'm a little sad. He said, "Good. If you ever lose that feeling, stop."
Yeah. It's kind of weird when you kill a deer, especially a good deer, when you kill a good deer, I'm gonna walk into my garage real quick. When you kill a decent deer, you have the feelings of respect, empathy, joy, okay, elation. You have so many emotions that go into it when you kill an animal. Okay, you are proud of the fact that you went out there and you were successful. You took the time to set up a spot. The deer came in, and so you have that. But again, like you said, if you don't have that sense of empathy or I'm not even sure if it's sadness. I think it's a form of sadness, right?
It's empathy. I think empathy encompasses.
A lot of people have zero emotion when it comes to animals and their death.
Hmm.
None. I don't have that capability, and I don't want that capability because, I respect every animal I kill. I always thank that animal. I'm happy that I harvested that animal. But I'm not happy that I don't enjoy the fact that they suffered for the short time that they did, not knowing what's going on. You know what I mean? And I mean, that doesn't bring me joy. The joy comes when I'm bringing meat home to the family.
Yeah.
Successful hunt. I mean, there's so many different emotions that go along with killing deer. But if you don't have those emotions, stay the hell out of the woods, because you don't need to be there.
I agree.
Those are the people that will shoot at movement through the brush.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And you know what? There are a lot of poor sportsmen in our sport. And as poor sportsmen, I mean not having the respect for other hunters or the animal. You see it all the time. I mean, I've seen videos of people actually beating animals, and they've actually posted it on my group.
Oh.
And I don't understand how they can do that. I don't understand why they think that's okay. I don't understand how anybody can hurt an animal and not feel sadness. I don't care if it's a cat, dog. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, I don't even shoot armadillos. You know, I don't know why. And I don't shoot squirrels. I have a hard time killing anything that eats with their hands except for bear, you know?
I love squirrels, man.
Yeah.
Give me some squirrels with some biscuit and gravy, and we're doing good.
Oh, no, if I'm going to eat them, yeah, but I'm not gonna waste a $30 arrow and a $10 broadhead on a squirrel and then post a picture of it pinned to a tree. That's not what I'm going to do. You want to go out to a shop and see a bunch of squirrels, man, have at it, you know? But and some of the pictures that people post, you know, with animals is just it's beyond comprehension, you know. They deserve respect. Take a good picture.
Yeah. We're going to start wrapping this up. We're about to hit our hour mark. We're all going to stay on after I end it just to talk a little more.
Okay.
But we're going to run through our sponsors real quick.
This is our test run, correct?
No, this was the live. We're done. Like, this was it.
Oh, dang.
Oh, so we're going
to
run through our sponsors real quick. Thank them for helping us become who we are. So Appalachian Custom Calls. If you're looking for a pot call, mouth call, or a grunt call, Appalachian Custom Calls is the way to go. Old Indian Tricks. Yep.
Oh, go that's ahead, my boy right there.
Oh yeah,
Mr. There's Dan. My buddy Dan DeWitt.
Man, I can't say enough for everything you do for us. You have a great product. Dude.
I talk to him quite often. He's actually on our admin team.
Oh yeah. Right now, if you go to their webpage, they're looking for pro staffers. So go over to Old Indian Tricks at LLC. Hold on, go here. Go become a pro staffer. Great product. Great product. Go give them a check out.
And if you're a veteran first responder, he offers a discount as well. Camo dust. Stuff works. Legit.
Camo dust. I'm coming around on it. I really am enjoying it. Good stuff. We got VIP broadheads. Great broadhead. I haven't taken anything with it yet, but that's on me, not the product. Haven't had a chance. Just great. Go check them out. VeteranIP.com. And the last one we have two more. We have The Reason. Great gear. Go check him out over there. Great dude. And then our main sponsor for our 2022 Turkey Slam, Foxtrot Ammo.
Yeah.
Go over there. Check them out. Great TSS loads. And other than that, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Y'all be cool. Enjoy the woods. We'll see you next week.